Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Title Town, some call it, a moniker that many claim, but this city lives thanks to the Alabama Crimson Tide. Today, a couple of SEC teams get ready to square off in what ought to be an old-fashioned slobber knocker. As we'll see, the Arkansas Razorbacks taking on the 18th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Razorbacks will put total leather to crank us up. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10. If you're going to play Bama tough, you're going to find out really early if you can handle the running game.
They're going to check your chin. I mean, they're going to come in and they're going to give you a steady diet of it. Even when they've had great quarterback play and spread the ball out, it's still a physical principle. They're going to make you stop the run. If you can't stop it, it could be a long game.
Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. 8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Movement here from the tight end. From the gun. Give on the inside. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but, David, they believe they have the leadership.
Nothing but green ahead. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole and getting on this block, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Bama!
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
And he tacked on the extra point. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fair catch called for and made. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Hand off from the shotgun. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got a man. It's Baptiste. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. This proficiency in the passing game can take you back to yesteryear, one of the great quarterbacks in Arkansas history, Joe Ferguson.
Yeah, just slinging the pill, just being able to provide balance, being able to attack down the field, get people out of the box, and not be predictable. That's a really good job by this quarterback.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But you got to do a great job game tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Now the play fake. On target. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. At the 35, he's loose. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
He came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expecting him to stat it up. And now with that last completion, he's already over 2,000 yards passing for the season.
The Razorbacks have their offense in high gear. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. The RPO, it's complete. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He wants to throw it. Pass is incomplete, but there is a flag beside the quarterback, and this might be a roughing call. So the defense will accept the penalty and back up this offense. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Gonna run it. It's Baptiste. And that ball is live in the backfield. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it.
Man, this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
Drive was rolling, and then it got thrown into reverse. Here's a 2nd and 18. He's looking to throw. Firing to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Razorbacks.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he makes the extra point. They took it 71 yards down the field, and the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes that Alabama offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Give to the running back. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
I like the poise by the quarterback on that play, too, because a lot of times as a quarterback, you see the blitz coming, and immediately you want to audible, you want to try to throw the ball, but he knew that he had a good run play called, and he knew he could leave it on. Heads-up play by the QB.
Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Grab near the sticks. It's Mancuso. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Going up top on 1st down. Got his man in the middle. And a good job in coverage there. They stop it after just a few.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
After the short completion, let's see if they go back to the air. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last night.
Now on 3rd down after that run. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to get to it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on twice. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football. Back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Bama, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Ran the ball on first down. Let's see what they do on second. From the gun, running back gets to give. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Out of the shotgun on third down. He's moving out of the pocket. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. And the Razorbacks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, to give, looking for room. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Well, he shows you his speed and his power on that run. As far as I can think back to, Arkansas football always comes down to being able to run the football on offense. It's about grinding and wearing the opponent down. They always seem to be able to recruit outstanding athletes at that position. This guy is no different.
Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run up to the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. These corners backing off a bit. They're trying to get to him. Pulls it in. It's Baptiste. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
That's a really nice looking throw, and I'll tell you, he fits in great with this offense because there's been this philosophical shift recently in the SEC offensively. It used to be you had to run the football. I formation, 3 yards in a cloud of dust if you wanted to win. But today, though, you have got to be able to throw if you're going to win. Think about all the great offensive play callers now in the SEC, all the Heisman Trophy winners that have played recently at the QB position. You got to do it through the air, and this guy in Arkansas gives them a chance.
Trying to find his man on first down. Quarterback extends the play. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
Man, you cannot coach this to quarterbacks. Hard focus downfield, soft focus around you. As soon as he felt the lane, he was gone. No second guessing at all. That was picture perfect, and he uses his speed to just gash the defense.
And this is the area of the field where you need a really good back. You can depend on, you can give him the football. He's going to hit a little crease and just lower his shoulder, be physical, be powerful. You saw last week he got a rushing touchdown. I look for this offense to continue to feed him and maybe get him another one today.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical. Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you practice all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
And as they come to the line of scrimmage, they're passing on the field goal. But look, worst case, and he will take it in. Touchdown, Arkansas! That touchdown was a clinic in keeping your offense on the field and wearing the other defense out.
Sometimes your best defense is your own offense, being able to stay on the field. You're absolutely right, Reese. That was a clinic. Running the ball, playing at great rhythm and pace, QB making good, smart decisions, and not shooting yourselves in the foot. No penalties, no turnovers. It doesn't get any better than that last round.
Tide offense rolls onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attacking.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22. After the strong run on second down, third down coming. Do they do it again? From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Working that left side. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Looking to go up top on first down. It's complete on the right side. Ball down at the 38-yard line and a big pickup of 15 yards there.
That's a real good-looking throw-in. I know at Alabama recently they've had a lot of different quarterbacks, and they've also had a lot of different guys calling plays. But one thing that's never seemed to waver is how explosive the offense has been, and the big reason is because of the efficient play they've had consistently year in, year out at the quarterback position as well. They recruited extremely well. They coach these guys up. And this is a guy who loves football, loves the X's and O's, and you're seeing it translate onto the field right now.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
They'll run play action. Finds his big tight end. Looks as if the Crimson Tide will have the first down.
And when you're running the ball well, QBs love going to play action. You get the linebackers starting to suck up closer to the line of scrimmage. They're keying on those running backs, and it just makes pitch and catch so much easier for these quarterbacks and receivers.
Off the play fake on first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. He caught it. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Striving for the goal line. Loose football. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
Offensive players, when they got the ball in their hand, they're trying to make plays, right? Trying to make you miss. There's nothing better than closing that gap and sticking that head right in that guy's chest and causing a fumble.
The gift to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. From his end zone, trying to loosen up this D. With the catch, it's Velez. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Open runway ahead. He's at the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Razorbacks! Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A tantalizing top 15 showdown today, and we've got an update. Texas A&M is in serious trouble right now. I'm not sure some folks won't be asking for a refund on their NIL investment. A putrid performance in College Station. They're trailing by 14 to Auburn. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Finds his man. It's Mancuso. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half. So they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
Quarterback will audible. He'll come out throwing on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Complete downfield. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup. He went for it. He attacked it. Got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. He's going to pass. Fires to the middle. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers.
Well, you know what they say, tips lead to picks. To the offense, they're lucky that one wasn't intercepted.
Here comes the offense on second down. The aerial assault continues. Fires it down the seam. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Complete to the left. Knocked down immediately, but they couldn't stop him from getting the big gainer to the 30. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most.
There's a live football. Bounced right back to them.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Wants to throw on second down. Feeling some heat.
And the defense has given up some plays, some passing yards on this drive. You want to stop that? Nice job rushing the quarterback, making him feel a little bit of pressure and getting him on the ground and now getting him behind the sticks.
Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's third and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. And that is no good. Guys, a missed field goal and nothing changes. Still a 14-point game.
Oh, and that ball just inches away from being in every highlight around the country. That was an absolute bomb. Just couldn't quite get it far enough.
Comes out throwing on first down. Tight end finds a soft spot. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on second down. He's looking to throw. Makes the pass. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Leaving even though that pass was incomplete, I wouldn't be shocked if this defense in the second half decides to play some deeper coverages. This offense has already shown they're willing to be aggressive, and they've got a lot of speed. Moving forward, this defense cannot afford to give up big plays in the passing game.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Throws to the wideout. Got his man to the left. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. These corners going to give these receivers some space. He wants to throw. Right down the middle. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Well, even though that was an incompletion, I wouldn't be surprised if this secondary wants to start playing deeper coverages, because this offense has shown that they're willing to be aggressive. They've got a lot of speed. This defense cannot allow any big plays here in the second half.
He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. He's got it. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And they'll push that lead out a little further. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Looks as if we're set to crank it up here in the second half. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Send that offense back onto the field. They had this lead to start the 3rd quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Shakes off the defender.
Well, the defense just needs to get the quarterback down. They had a chance for a negative play there. They let him escape. Good news is, though, they were able to cover on the back end and force the incompletion.
It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. The Razorbacks will call on their punt team. And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. He's going for it all. Ball in the air. Intercepted. Got some room to run. Smashes through the tackle. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return. Here comes that Alabama offense. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision. Nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, the inside give. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20. Now, they missed a field goal on the last drive, but you need to get points here, so they need to pick up some yardage to at least get in range for their kicker. And that's a mistake you don't expect to see from a senior, and he is lucky to get it back.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team, because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
That is just a play you have got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. 4th down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to haul that play in. You've got to make the play for your quarterback and your offense to keep that drive alive, and he's not able to come up with it.
Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Well, that was a dart right there. He's going to give Arkansas a chance because in the old days in the SEC, you had to run the football if you were going to win championships. Today, you better be able to get it done through the air. When you think of all the great play callers in this league and all of the Heisman Trophy winners this league has seen at the QB position in recent years, you better be able to do it throwing the ball. This guy, I think, gives Arkansas a chance with his arm.
Man, you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time now. It used to just be in the red zone. Now, you just find the big fella, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. It's complete to the left. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
Trying play action. Turns it loose. He makes a grab. Touchdown, Arkansas! And the stomping has commenced. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And he added the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone on a 36-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point in the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
And they got him for the sack.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. But they got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in the second half.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's got it. And he breaks into the open. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Off play action. Caught near the sticks. It's Mancuso. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
I think one of the most undervalued assets in good quarterback play is the play action game. Making the run fake honestly and truthfully looking like run. You're fooling the defense, and then you're just making it easier on yourself because you're giving yourself bigger lanes to throw the football into.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. And the defense makes a tackle, but not before he gets down to the 2.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll go to the ground. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown tie. They'll line up to go for 2.
3:25.
From the gun, he'll try to throw. Makes the grab for the 2-point conversion as they cut further into that lead. An 84-yard drive there, and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Trying to fight their way back into this thing, down 16 and about to kick off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Ready to send out this offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollard.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. They're working that left side. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And with that pass right there, over 300 yards. That's a good day at the office. Being able to execute, doing a good job seeing what's coming, anticipating, taking some shots today, but has held really strong, put up some good numbers.
And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. To the running game on first down. Now here they come again. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Fires to the right. He makes a catch. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
How great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special.
The give from the gun. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
That's a really good stop by the defense, Jesse. They need a few more. You've given them a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Forced out of the pocket. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yards. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Motion from the offense. From the red zone, looking for a man. He's got an open man. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. They love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. He'll pull it on the read. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And the punishment has been extended. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes that Alabama offense. Looking to move it through the air. Throws for the tight end. It's caught downfield. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend him.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
Oh, what a grab by the defense. Taking it the other way. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this dude.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Here's the handoff. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. They'll try to get the first through the air. Fires to the big fella.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second.
A shot toward the end zone. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. You got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you take that shot, and you stop the clock. And it's a long shot, but you're letting teams hang around.
And I prefer to win. Like, I want to make sure that, you know, if I'm up, I'm going to run the football. But there is definitely a school of thought nowadays where I'm putting up stats, and I'm keeping the pedal to the floor.
They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the fourth quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
Routes like that are great times to be quarterbacks. I got great, fast, speedy guys on the outside. Quick drag route, get the ball in his hands, let him do the rest.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The back goes in motion. Back to the air one more time. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
The quarterback's lucky on that play because when you miss slant throws behind, if the defense is in zone coverage, there might be a defender standing right there willing to take that ball and return it for a touchdown.
Going for 6. And that pass intercepted. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama!
And this defense has had a rough day, but how about this play? Breaking on the football, making the pick, taking it to the house, maybe build some momentum for some future games.
Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
The attempt at the two-point conversion is no good. That keeps the score Arkansas.
The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. They got it. Able to recover the onside kick, and they get the offense right back out there. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full account.
Oh, he's going backwards, in trouble, and down he goes. A tremendous loss. That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on first down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on second down. He's looking to throw. He uncorks a bullet to the right. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Well, trailing this much in the fourth quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Getting some heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller.
He's going to fire deep. And a penalty flag comes in as that one falls incomplete, but this is going to be a positive play for the offense. Defense with pass interference coming. The defense in a most benevolent move, giving the offense a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure. They're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Finds the tight end. On the move at the 30. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
They'll throw it on first down. Looking to the big tight end. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, the offense is penalized. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Throws to the wideout. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Couldn't get it out of the end zone, and it's a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. Maybe if he could have eluded just 1 or 2 more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 30. Here comes that Alabama offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Couldn't make the play last time. Now it's 2nd and 10 from the 30. He's looking to throw. Firing to the right, complete. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get into game...
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. This is a 3rd and long. It's reverse. At the 40, there he goes. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
Just get the first down. I don't care how you get it. I like when you use a little bit of trickery, a little bit of sleight of hand. Look over here. Nope, this guy's getting the football going the other direction. Nice play on 3rd down. Nice creative play. Nice job of mixing it up, making the defense focus on something else.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they